Okay, guys, we're gonna start off our little workout. It's just gonna be my abs, and a muscle I often ignore is the neck. Those are the muscles I'm gonna be working. I call these smaller muscles, but they're very important. When when I was competing, I would probably work the neck like about maybe I would say 6 weeks before a contest, but like once or twice a week. And usually I use body weight. Well, the head is heavy enough, so I'll use that alone. But I'll show you guys, you can use plates too, but it's not something I would do. But I just use the weight of my head. That's actually sufficient. But I'm gonna start off with my core first. My voice is a bit hoarse because of my asthma. And as you can see or feel outside, winter don't want to go away. So today again is cool. So we're gonna start off with a twist first. Well, twist is like an old school exercise. It was commonly used to try to keep the waist as small as possible. So what you want to do is to not stay straight up. You want to push your back, lean back a little bit, and keep your head straight forward. You don't want to be doing this. This is not twist. I don't know what's happening here, but this is not it. You have to keep your back, shoulders back, and then keep your head forward. I'm going to show you two versions of it, standing and seated. This is what you do. And you want to do like giant sets. Maybe I would say 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or depends. You can go 5 minutes if you want. But the idea is to just pick a target in front of you, and you just focus on looking at that target, but not going like this. You don't want this. Keep your head straight ahead, and you're just moving your body from side to side like this. And I will show you standing. I actually like standing better because I seem to be able to have a better feeling. And when you stand, you get your feel about shoulder width. When you're sitting, you can actually feel a lot of it in the abs too, right? But standing is just about the same. And from the side view, like this, front like this. And the issue with me right now is a lot of problems with my lower back, and that's from degenerative disc disease that I have. So the back is degenerating, the disc is not working very well in the lower back. So some exercises is very difficult for me to do. Like today, for example, the weather is just kind of weird today. So I feel a lot of problems going on with my lower back today. And plus, like I said before to you guys, I have arthritis in just about all my joints right now. So when the temperature gets a bit cooler, it's very difficult to move around. So instead of just sitting at home and allowing that process to happen, you're better off to get up and do some kind of exercises to stay active, because you don't want it to get isolated. You want things to keep moving all the time. And for me, that's what I have to keep doing. So I'm literally forced to keep exercising because of my condition. Well, I love exercising, but I'm actually pushed to do it even more now. So what I did that for maybe one giant set, 100 reps, or you can just do one giant set for about maybe 1 to 5 minutes if you want. Because what this does, it makes your waist very tiny, keeps your waist very small. So what we're gonna do, sit on the bench here, and you guys see? Yeah, but I'm so dark in there. So I'm gonna hang my head back like this. I'm gonna continue my abs after, but I want to show you guys this first. So I'm gonna hang my head back, relax, and just get a good stretch first, and then you start working your neck. Try to bring your chin to the top of your chest, like that. Some of you might say, is this important? I'll tell you why it's important in a second. Okay, why is it important to work the neck? You need those muscles to be strong. That's in the first place. Now, as you're getting older, if you notice on a lot of older people, there's a lot of wrinkles around the neck area. If you keep this muscle nice and tight, you can control that from happening. Yes, it's going to happen eventually, but you want to also keep the neck muscle strong and keep it at a certain size, because it looks attractive when you have a strong looking neck, and you don't see all the wrinkles coming down here, because as I said before, as you're getting older, everything falls downwards. Every muscle group in the body will start to sag. So you have to keep things nice and strong. So if you keep hair strong, it will look perfectly fine as you're getting older. You got to control everything, right? So this is the reason why you work the neck. You want to keep it strong, and you want to keep it looking a certain way all the time. A lot of people focus on all the other muscle groups, but they always ignore the neck. So you have to keep this area nice and tight. So I'll show you different angles. You don't have to do like tons and tons of sets. Just like maybe I would recommend maybe once a week. So that's the front. And the back. Keep your head down like this. And it's simple. And as mentioned before, you can use a plate. You want to use a towel or some sort of while you're using the plate. I see some guys using the 45-pound plates in their head. Whoa, that's crazy. Just a little bit of weight you need. If you need weights, that's what you can do. Like I said to you guys before, I don't need the weights because I find the head is enough already as it is. But depends on the person. For me, that's I don't really use this. I just use my the weight just from my head alone. But with the weights, it felt too heavy, so I don't want things to get too tight here because I want to be able to still move my head around properly. You know what I mean? Because this muscle gets tight very quickly. And the sides, you work the sides like this, just line your side, and the same thing. And the reason why you would lie down is to get your body relaxed into it. My neck just cracked. So these I would just do like I said before, not a lot of reps, a lot of sets. I would just do it like once a week, twice a week, maybe, and just focus on maybe 2 sets each angles, and it should be fine. But you gotta keep your neck strong. So prevent things from sagging around the neck area. Because like I said before, everything is gonna go downwards. So you gotta keep hair strong. If hair is nice and strong, it supports all of this up here. And you don't want to have your neck too big, because if you have your neck too big, it can make your shoulders look even more narrow if you have narrow shoulders. So that's the reason why. So let's go to abdominals now. I have some time before I go to work today, so we can get these done. So I lie flat on the bench or on the floor, which in some of you the floor might be better. And I'm going to start my abs off. So first we can start off with bicycles. So here we go. So these are, I'm focusing on my lower abs. So when I work abs, I don't like to do like 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets like this. I want to just do one giant set and just do it until that muscle burns. That's my focus, is to get a muscle to burn. Not to just 1 set after the other set like that. I don't do abs that way. Just one giant set and as many reps as I can until that muscle is burning. And I focus mostly on my lower abdominals because I always believe that's where you need most of the work. The upper is okay, but it's the lower part. If you're gonna gain some kind of fat, it's gonna be in the lower abs. Everybody, not just, I've never heard of people just gaining fat in the upper abs and not the lower. It's always the lower part first, and that lower is connected all the way around to the back, the glutes, straight into the inner thighs. That's where it will form. And then you're like, I have to lose weight. Another thing too, you gotta control what you're eating. because if you're eating the wrong thing, that's where everything will settle. Most people, when they gain weight, that's the area that they gain weight. Everything's settling around the stomach into the lower half of the body, right about up to the thighs. And that's where everything will settle for weight gaining, for most people anyways. So next I'm going to do some knee raises. I usually sit down when I do my knee raises. I'm gonna also stand and show you. My voice is so hoarse. This bench is so. So I put my both feet forward, and it's like this, just simple. Yeah. If you're doing your abs properly, it shouldn't take you an hour. I would say the max will probably take you like 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 20 minutes, like that. It depends on the pace you're moving at. But if you're focusing on doing more sets, then it's going to take you a bit longer. But for myself, because I've seen my abdominal muscles my entire life, I don't remember a time I've never seen them. So I don't spend a lot of time working abs. It's like maybe 15, 20 minutes, like that, 10 minutes. But I just quickly go through everything. High reps, one set, like that. And when I work my upper abdominals, that's probably where I'm going to spend a lot more time doing higher reps, one giant set, and that's what I'm going to do last. But I focus on the lower abs more often than I focus on the upper abs. So we're going to do knee raises standing. Simple. I'm sure a lot of you know these exercises. lots of deep, deep pain in there, guys. Lots. So now we're going to focus on the upper abs. So back on the bench. Usually I use the floor for this, but I'm going to use the bench today because I don't want to go moving the camera from where it is right now. Can you guys see me? I'm just camera flash in the background there. Okay, so we're going to do giant sets of crunches. I want to do front, sides, sides, but not together. Just one giant set of crunch for the front, one giant set for the sides, each. That's how we're going to do it. Now you don't have to come all the way up. You just want to come just a little bit like this. But you kind of focus on your abdominals. That's what you're focusing on. And I'm going to do this until I feel the burn. And keep your back flat. And I'm already feeling it. When you're doing this, relax your head into your hands. You don't want this. Keep your head relaxed. Keep your eyes focused on the ceiling. And that's what you're doing. Sometimes when I do crunches like this, I will set myself goals like, it burns. Set myself goals like 200 reps, 500 reps, even 1,000. And the next 2 days after is like I can hardly do anything because my stomach is in so much pain. The muscles are so sore. Like I get wild like that when I do my abs sometimes, especially if I haven't done it in like 2, 3 months. I'm just gonna go in there and say this is what I'm gonna do. That's how I work my abs. Never like consistency once a week, twice a week like that. I don't. I've always been able to see my abdominal muscles, so I just work them whenever I can. Not like but when I was competing, I would change the pace and maybe 3 times a week. And this was like prior to a contest, maybe 2 months before a contest, I would start working my abs. But all throughout the year, just totally ignore it and just focus on just eating. But I still be able to see it because my body fat level is, is only so low all the time, right? And I don't gain weight very quickly. I gain weight, it takes a long time to gain weight. So I just turn to the sides now and I work my obliques. Now I hate, if there's one thing I hate is working the obliques, because when I have my hands rested on my neck here, my neck tends to hurt a lot from working my obliques, always, as far back as I can remember. So I'd rather do it standing and just doing well, actually I'm going to show you guys in the next video how you can use resistance band to work your obliques like this. So you just basically have the band and you just crunch it down slowly to the sides. But I hate doing it this way because it feels very uncomfortable. Hot. So you see, that's why I hate working my obliques from the lying position, because this is what happens. My neck tends to get very tight doing that. And the focus is my obliques. I do feel it there, but just have my head in that position. That's why I don't like it. So the final exercise I usually do is the vacuum. Now the vacuum is my favorite exercise of all my abdominal workout. That is my favorite. And the best time to do the vacuum, and I'm not talking about the vacuum to clean the house, guys. I'm talking about abdominal vacuum. The best time to do it is on an empty stomach, because that's when you can suck your stomach in very deep. But if you're just had a meal and you try to do it, it's not the same effect. You have to make sure the stomach is empty, because you want to suck that gut in as deep as possible, because you got to hold it in that position. And then when you release, you flex down, crunch down on the abdominal. Many people believe that I can lie on the ground and do tons of crunches, all this kind of stuff for your stomach. But I think the most important exercise is abdominal vacuum. I think that's the most, out of all the ab exercise, I think that's the most important. The same way how all your muscles will lose its elasticity and start falling downwards, and you got to keep training it to keep it in place, keep everything up. It's the same thing as what's going on inside the stomach too. Your stomach muscles, the stomach itself will fall as you get older. Everything is going downwards. And if you don't train your inner stomach to stay in the up position, it doesn't matter what you do. It's just to keep going downwards. So you have to also train that stomach muscle. You have to train it to stay upwards. Some of you will dispute that, but it's a fact. You have to train everything in the body. So I'm going to show you guys my abs after, right? So you suck your stomach in, because it's hard for you to see with my clothes like this, right? So and you crunch down on your abs. When you come back down, you crunch on the abs and you hold for a few seconds. Take a deep breath and you continue again. And the one thing I like about the vacuum, you can do it anywhere. You can do it anytime, any place, anywhere, right? You're sitting on work in your office on the computer all day. You just sit there, or you just stand up and you just do the abdominal crunch, or not the abdominal vacuum. You just do that, right? Even the crunching down, when you come back down and you crunch back down on the abs, you hold in it, right? Get your abdominals nice and tight, and then you suck everything in again. And you hold. So this morning I did this when I woke up earlier this morning. I did like 3 sets. I stand in front of the bathroom mirror and I did it 3 sets. And this is my 4th time today I'm doing this. And that's what you do. Because you can do all the crunches you want, you can do all the leg raises you want, you can do all of that stuff. But when you see a bodybuilder flex some poses and they show off the vacuum and everything just sucks right upwards and this waist becomes that tiny, then you're like, wow, it looks very impressive. Because You think, how does he get his waist that small? No, it's just an illusion. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger when he done that. Many times his waist looks so tiny, but his waist is very big, right? Because you practice the vacuum over and over again. Vacuum is very old school exercise. And some people are genetically gifted. They have a very deep vacuum. Some people don't because the rib cage is not as wide, right? For me, I'm just like so. But I do it because it makes my waist smaller, right? You can eat and do everything right, but you have to, like, at the same time, you still should practice the vacuum. And this is how my stomach look like when I do the vacuum. So that's what you do, the vacuum over and over and over again. And you can actually deepen this area, make the waist smaller, and then you will see good things, guys. So that's it. That's my workout for today. I have to go to work now. So guys, thank you again for joining me. And it was a nice 40 minutes, I think. And YouTube, thank you guys for joining me. And I have to get out of here to go to work now. We work until 10 o'clock tonight, so maybe I'll do another live when I come in. I'm not too sure. It depends on how I feel. But it's been very hard for me lately to get in here and work out because schedule. But as I get closer and closer to my birthday, which is very close right now, but 3 weeks away, and I'm on my diet, so it's very rough right now. So guys, that's it. Thank you for your support on YouTube, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, before I forget, guys, if you want to see the full stream, you have to go to YouTube to see the full stream. It's going to be there. Okay, I'm Hoda here.